All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Cleta the Cheetah here. It is April the 17th, 2023. And this date is super important for two reasons. One is good and one is not so fun. Who can think of what the one is that's not as fun? Anybody? You can unmute and say it. What's the non-fun today?
Taxes are due tomorrow, aren't they?
Is it tomorrow? I thought it was today.
I think it's the 18th.
Okay.
No, it's tomorrow.
Well, never mind. My little analogy isn't going to work. So anyway, no big deal. That's tomorrow. So you guys have one day. But for Mary Kay, your preferred customer program, your PCP for the summer is due today. So what happened is the IRS government knew we had a deadline, so they gave us an extra day to do your taxes so you could get your PCP in tonight. So if you have not done your preferred customer program, get off this call right now if it's still Monday and you're still watching it. If it's Tuesday, it's too late. You missed it. Now you got to wait till the fall. But if it's not too late, you can even register 2 or 3 people. One person. I mean, like, it's crazy. It's 90 cents a piece. It's way cheaper to let Mary Kay send the lookbook out with a sample than you doing it yourself. So you guys get off the call and go do your PCP or do it immediately after. Don't get off the call. Okay, so that is deadline tonight. Friday is when seminar opens registration. So be ready to go on Friday to commit on day one. Instead of going, I'm going to see what happens. If nothing else comes up, you know, I'm probably going to maybe try. You ain't going. You ain't going. Just quit talking about it. Just say, I'm not going. I don't care about it enough. Seriously, though, if you want to go, I just say go and pay that as soon as you can, because then that is over. That payment is over. You got that. And then you can work on the next one, hotel. Then you can work on your plane ticket. Then you work on saving up maybe some money for eating or whatever, you know, and some of your meals are paid for. But we want a lot of people at seminar this year. And if you just decide in advance, I'm going, then you'll make a way. Women can find a way, make a way. I promise you, we are all good at it. So tonight we're going to talk about 2 big things. The first one we're going to talk about is the CAR program for consultants. So if you're a sales director watching this, I would suggest you go to marykayintouch.com, click on contest career CAR program, and review the qualifications for a sales director. But if you're a beauty consultant, this is for you tonight. I will have a little backtrack of last week. I had some incorrect numbers. So when I was talking about the car, I said get on target with the car with 5,000 and it's 6,000. So anyway, we are going to all know it before we hang up tonight. And here's the thing about that. Mary Kay does change the qualifications occasionally. And so the fact that we all don't know it off the back of our hand is because sometimes Mary Kay changes them and we just have not learned the new ones yet. But this is what I know. There's hardly 0 people that are accidentally going to earn the use of a Mary Kay career car. And let me just go ahead and say up front before Facebook or YouTube or anybody else shuts me down that only 1% of Mary Kay beauty consultants win a car in Mary Kay. Earn the use of a free car. Okay, 1%. And so we're proud of that, but guess what? 1% do. And if you added up how many percent on this call, it's way more than 1%. But as a general rule, that's okay. That's okay. Guess what? You want to know how many how many percent of the people actually get on the Boss Bay call with us? Less than 1%. So you're special. All right, here we go. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys, and we're going to go over it together so that it's really clear for every single person. Okay, so I want to ask you, as a beauty consultant, and really directors too, you know, are you ready to roll? Are you ready to roll? And put this car in your driveway this year. Beauty consultants and independent sales directors can earn the use of this car. Okay, both can. Tonight, we're going to focus on the Grand Achiever for beauty consultants. Okay, so let's talk about the guidelines. I'm going to read this and then we're going to go over it. You know how, like, when you're in school, you know, you're doing your times tables and then they'll put it out and then like they may put, you know, 2 times 2 is 4, but then they may come up and put like little pictures of apples, you know, and then put 2 apples and 2 more, and then you're like, okay, I got 4 apples. So you know how we got to see it. So we're going to see it in a couple of different ways so you can remember it. So what are the rewards first? It's called Grand Achiever. Okay, Consultant Grand Achiever Program. You can earn the use of driving the career car for 2 years or cash compensation. And we're going to talk about both of them. You also get the Grand Achiever keychain presented at seminar, get to go across stage, and that's pretty exciting. To get on target to earn the use of a car can happen anytime. Like it don't have to have happened last month. It can happen this month. So this month, the month of April, it could happen. Like this month, you could get on target for your car. Okay. Just like, you know how you can become a red jacket in the middle of the month? Okay. You can get on target for the car. Today, if you wanted to. So if by the end of the month, you've got these qualifications in that you have finished 1 month of your car. So it's not like you get on target and then you start. The month you get on target, you have finished a month, which is pretty exciting if you ask me. Like DIQ is not that way. You start DIQ, you have to have so many people, and then you start, and then it starts that next month. So the car, don't be confused, is that month you can get on target. So to get on target, what do you have to have? 8 or more active team members on your team. And what is your own personal team? For the car, you don't count anybody but the people you personally have brought into Mary Kay, not your recruits. Okay, so only your people, just your people. So don't get confused in DIQ and car. So we're just going to talk about car tonight. Okay, so just your people. Is how you're going to earn the use of the car. All right. So you have to have 8 to get started. All right. 16,000 combined personal, team, wholesale, and section 1 in a calendar month. Okay. So let's say this month in April, you get 8 people at least on your team, and they're all active. What is active? Someone that's done a 225 wholesale order in this month, or they would have had to do it last month or the month before. Okay, so they're A1, A2, or A3. All right, and then all of y'all's orders together have to total 6,000. And then you have completed 1 month of car qualification. Of course, you have to be active. So let's just look at it again. How many people do you have to get on target for your car? 8. I know y'all are saying it. 8. Y'all can say it out loud even though I can't hear you. Okay, you plus your 8 members. Okay, so there's 9 of y'all total, 8 people. All right. And then how much production do you have to do to get on target for your car in 1 month? 6,000. All right, 6,000 wholesale. Whose orders are this? It's yours and all your people. What if you had 10 people? You could. What if you had 25 people? Guess what? There was a girl that was an adoptee in my unit, and she earned the use of the car in 1 month. 1 month, she shared the opportunity enough to get all her people and all her production in 1 month. And so she finished that month. It took 1 month and she was done. But to get on target at least 1 month, the minimum is 8 people and 6,000 team wholesale to earn the use of the car. All right, let's look at that. You can do it in 1, 2, 3, or 4 months based on when you achieve the following things: 26,000 combined personal and personal team wholesale, 18 active personal team members. Okay, so we're going to start out with 8 at least. So we got to add 10 people at least. All right. Do some car teams have more than 18? Absolutely. Some finish and they have 24 or 25 people. You know why? Because they're going for directorship. Some finish with 30. Why? Because they're going for directorship. They're trying anyway to get that many people, right? But we're just talking the minimums to do it. 26,000, 18 active personal team members. How much can you contribute of this 26,000? Can you do it all? Could you just order a $26,000 order and be done? No, you can't. Why? Because if you were going to do that, I'll tell you what, you just take your little car and you drive up to the Chevy dealership and you can buy one. That's what you should do. All right. This is building a team. All right. So Mary Kay has set it up this way so you can't do it right by yourself. You can earn the use of the car by building your team. So your team, you can do up to 6,000. Your team has to contribute at least 20,000 of that. Okay, and you have to do at least 6,000 a month to stay on target. So let's say the first month you do 6,000, and then month number 2, let's say May comes around and oops, your team just didn't do that much. They only did 3,000. You're not on target for your car anymore. What does that mean? Do you lose all your recruits? No, you don't. What happens is you'll have to start over with 8 active and 6,000 wholesale. So you could do that in June, so you would just have to start over. So you have to do at least 6,000. How much can you contribute toward the 6,000 every month to stay on target? As much as you want to, but you're not going to earn the car unless your team at the end does at least 20,000. Okay, so let's just go over that again. And there's one little thing I left out on this particular one, which was the 18 active. So let's just get the numbers straight in our brain. Total to earn the use of the car is, and we say earn the use of the car instead of win. Okay, I know a lot of times we're just talking to say win the car, but you earn the use of driving the car. It's Mary Kay's. It's a lease car from Mary Kay. It is in the leasing company's name. Your name is not on the deed. It's not a deed, but on the title. And at the end of 2 years, you requalify. So you turn it back in. Okay. So 26,000 wholesale team and personal combined. The qualifier, so that's you, the beauty consultant. The qualifier's max wholesale account is 6,000. Can you do more? Yes, but only 6 will count for the total. Team total wholesale must be a minimum of 20,000. Can it be more? Yes, please. You always want to not just shoot for the bare minimum, right? Minimum to stay on target every month, 6,000. And you can qualify in 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. And the last thing right here, which I will fix later, but should say 8, you have to end up with a total of 18 active team members. So 8 to 18. You're not one of those 18, okay? When you're going for DIQ, Director of Qualification, you count as one of your people in your unit, but this is your team. So you personally sign up 18 people, okay? There are a couple other little rules that it cannot be a spouse. Your husband does not count as one of your team members. You can recruit him, but that don't count towards your car. It cannot be a spouse of a beauty consultant on your team. So if you recruit your sister, you can't also recruit her husband. It's like the Bible, they're as one. That's the way you keep it straight in your head. You can recruit them both, but only one of them's going to count. Okay, so you want to kind of look at stuff like that. Maintenance. So let's say you finish it, you do it, and you can do it 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. Okay, so you finish the car, you got 18 active, you do 26,000 minimum, and it's like you did it. Then what happens? All right, so there is a maintenance. Someone asked me, they said, what happens after you earn the car if everybody quits and nobody orders anything? All right, well, this is a business. Mary Kay does not let people just drive around doing 0. Just like any other company, it's almost like if you quit, you have to return the car that you drove for that company. So Mary Kay is the same way. You're not going to get to keep driving the car if you quit working and all your team members quit and no one orders anything. You have to keep building, okay? That's just common sense, you guys. It's not mean, it's not harsh, it's just the way it is. So let's talk about, but they give you they give you some grace on that. But let's talk about it. So what it is, it says team maintenance starts the month following qualification and continues through the requalification period as long as minimum maintenance requirements are met. What is the minimum maintenance? It's $6,500 wholesale per month. Okay. And how many people? Minimum of 8 active personal team members each month. So you're not earning the car to sit down and do nothing. That was the starting point for me, earning the car. The second, was becoming a sales director. Now you can do them at the same time. But in no way did I want to get all that momentum up and then go, all right, y'all, we're done. Bye. Everybody gonna have a good time. Go start selling something else. No, we're working to build more team members. All right. It is a minimum of and any kind of accounts receivable in the company must be paid. You do receive, after you've earned the use of the car, and you finish qualification, there's a $600 car program credit toward required net adjusted team sales volume. Okay. If your net team sales falls below the minimum monthly, you may be allowed to maintain the reward as long as you have 6 or more active personal team members and you're making steady improvement. What is the key here? It is may. You might. If you're working towards it and you fall below, you might. Continued and prolonged failure to meet the program maintenance may result in disqualification. So this is the cool thing I wanted to tell you about. Mary Kay starts you off with a big fat credit in your maintenance account. Okay, so you just got to think about this. There is an account, and it's like, just think of it as an account with money in it. It's fake money, all right? So if you look right here, it says, whoops, sorry about that. After the first month after qualification is your momentum month, and all net adjusted sales volume in this month, including car credit, is doubled. Oh, they start you out performance account established after your qualification with a 6,500 balance. So they actually start you in that account 6,500. They put it in there. It's like, just pretend it's a money account. All right. And then anything you do that set the month after you finish earning the use of the car is double. So let's say your team, you're like, hey, we're on a roll, and your team does 6,000 again. It counts 12,000 toward your maintenance account. And let me tell you why that's important, because that's where they look to pull out 6,500 every month. Okay, you have to have that, at least that in there. And I know this is, you're like, I don't understand what y'all talking about. But each month it says anything in excess of 6,500 that you do, it adds to that maintenance account. Anything less depletes it. So let's say, you're rocking along. It's like the 10th month of Mary Kay, and or after you've earned the use of the car, and your team does 5,000. Well, that's pretty good, but the minimum is 6,500. So they go to your maintenance account and they pull 1,500 out. Like, just think of it as like a virtual pull it out. Okay, so you're fine. Your maintenance account dropped $1,500. Okay, so then the next month, nobody did anything. You didn't even order. Everybody decided to go to the Bahamas and nobody ordered. Okay, so then they go, okay, well, she's still got 10,000 in this account. Let's pull out 6,500. You're fine. Okay, so then the next month, okay, you're like, nope, nobody's working again. There's not one single person doing anything. So you'll only have left in there like $4,500. So they say, well, let's take that out. Well, now she's below zero. So now there's one or two things going to happen. All right. You're going to have make a little car payment, or if you took the cash, you get less cash. As simple as that. Okay. And then it starts over the next month. But what I'm saying is the month after you earn it, they pad your account 6,500. And what is the credit? That 600 credit is anytime you get a Great Start qualified team member, they give you 600 bonus credits toward that account. Okay. So let's say you're still recruiting, that account could really build up. And it says the maximum performance account that can be carried forward from month to month is 15,000. So like if you came in and you and your team did $30,000, right? They're only going to put a maximum of 15,000 in that account towards your, for as a padding. All right. So I know that was a little bit, but I just wanted you to kind of get it straight in your head. It makes more sense when you're in it. Here's how all that works. Okay. So if you look at this right here, if you do if you do the minimum is 65,000 or more. So if you do at least 65,000, so you do 6,500, you have no car payment. I mean, you're driving the car for free. Okay. If you do 5,500 to 64.99, they're going to take a car payment of $106. And y'all see how this goes. If you do nothing to 34, they're going to take the full car payment out of your check, $425. So I don't tell you that to make all of you think, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I'm not even going to try. There's just no way. I'm not even going to do that, because what if I get them all? I mean, you can't live your life as what if I get it all and I lose it all? I mean, honestly, you're not going to, why would you want to do that? You're going to keep working, right? Did I ever have to make a car payment on the Cadillac? Yes. Did I like it? No. So you know what I did? I got back to work and I made sure I was doing over the amount I need for the Cadillac, because I did not like that coming out of my check. Did it make me quit? No. Does it make some people quit? Yes. So y'all, all I'm saying is get your big girl panties on. You know the rules. The goal is to keep growing. Okay. There's nothing in this life that you keep getting paid for if you do nothing. Okay. Not any job, I promise you. So that's the scoop right here. All right. If you took the cash, you're like, Cleta, I drive a Mercedes. I do not need that car. I just bought this Mercedes. I can't sell it. And so, you know, or I have 7 children and I have to have an SUV that is humongous to tote all these youngins around. Okay. So you may just take the money. And if you take the money and you do at least 6,500, they deposit $425 in your account. And that will happen, you know, month after month. If you do 55 to 64.99, they put $300 in your account, etc., all the way to zero if you don't do more than if you don't do at least 3,500. So that's the cash compensation. So I hope that, I know that's a lot of numbers and stuff you may not have really known, but here's the thing I want y'all to think about. This one. Okay. Now, did I tell y'all that you get commission checks? You get commission checks on your personal team, right? So like that $20,000 that they have to do to earn this car, I mean, chances are you're going to get a 13% commission check because you'll probably have had 5 that order, you know, in each of those months when you're trying to do this. And you probably are doing at least a 600. So if you think about that, what's 13%? Let's see, $20,000 minimum is what they're going to do times 13%. Right there, that's $2,600 commission. That'll put some gas in your car, right? You got to have some gas money. And so how does it work with your insurance and all that? Once you earn the use of the car, they do run a little whatchamacallit test on your driver's license. And, you know, unless you got some jillion tickets, you know, then Mary Kay usually pays around 80% of your car insurance. If you're a terrible driver and you got tons of tickets, you're going to pay more. If you're a great driver, guess what? They do a safe driving discount for you. If you will take the defensive driving test, you get a discount. If your husband will take it, you get a discount. So there's ways to get that insurance way, way down each month. All right. And trust me, it's a lot less than going to and buying your own insurance for sure. So I'm going to just stop the share real quick. Well, let me do this. Do you want the ride of your life? These are the cars right now, the Chevy Malibu, the Cadillac, and the Chevy Equinox. And Mary Kay, Ash, the woman, wanted each person that had a desire to be able to earn the use of a car so that she could have that. And so it's up to you if you want to take advantage of this opportunity in Mary Kay to do that. And so, you know, I have earned the use of 18 cars since I joined Mary Kay. And, you know, so I'm talking to one that has really enjoyed that car program. It was so exciting. That was one of the most exciting days of my life when that 1988 Grand Am came in. Don't even tell me in the chat you weren't born then. I don't care. But it came in. I traded in. I took my car to the junkyard. I didn't even get any money yet. Well, they gave me $75 for my car. It was a Ford Escort wagon. It had 1 million miles on it, you know, and I picked up that brand new car. It was so awesome, y'all. I was a beauty consultant in a red jacket. And it was like, I drove it to where I worked. I still had a full-time job. I drove it to Colson Printing Company. Everybody came out and looked at it. We all took pictures by it. They couldn't believe it. They could not believe that I actually got it. I mean, like, it blew them away. It blew me away. And so it's one of the most exciting things in your Mary Kay business. It's exciting to become a red jacket and become a sales director. But y'all, there's something about a brand new car that you go to the dealership and sign a couple pieces of paper and get in it and drive off and go, bye, Felicia. And you are driving. And, you know, you're like, eat my pink dust. I mean, it's so exciting. So, but it is something that you really have to think about. Do I want to do that? Could I get excited about driving a car that I'm not having to make payments on? And that motivated me. I mean, and maybe it don't motivate everybody, but it really motivated me. It really, really did. And then, of course, when you get it, you're like, I think that Equinox looks a little bit better than this Malibu, and that motivate, and then like, what about that pink car? I really think I would look good in a pink Cadillac. And so you guys, I know there's people on this call today that's listening to this that can do this. Every year at seminar, you see the women go across the stage that have earned the use of the car. So it's not like 3 people. It's a whole stage full of people. So I want you to know that just because maybe you only look at like me and some of the sales directors and think, oh, I can never do it. It's just not true. And there's a whole group of consultants that they do not have a desire to become a sales director. They're perfectly happy being a grand achiever and just really dealing with their little team. And they don't want all the other stuff as far as the directorship. That's okay. You can make really good money, and you would be, obviously, you'd be a grand achiever. So you would be an elite team leader. You would get paid on your line and your second line people, right? Because you would have enough people to get to do that, especially if they're second tier people. So they're start recruiting. So anyway, I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to open the gallery, and I'm going to actually answer any questions that any of you may have. You can just unmute and ask me about this car program. I actually printed off the entire thing right here. And it is, in case you wonder, it's under contest, career car program, and you can click under consultant car, and you can do everything that I just said. Okay. All that stuff about the maintenance, I know you're like, oh my gosh, I just don't remember anything she just said. You will get it. It'll all kind of make sense as you do it. Promise me. If they told me how all the nationals got paid and all the different things, it would be a little confusing till I get there, but you need to know how to get there, right? So does anyone, consultant or director, have any questions? Anybody learn anything at all? Okay.
Awesome. Hey, I have a question for you. So I just want to clarify my notes because I could have wrote it down wrong. So when you're running for DIQ at the same time, you're saying that you can actually go on qualification for it. But if you finish early, like if you did it in 2 months, when does your team's, when does that go in? So it's like if you finish it before you become a director, because if you're in qualifications and you don't finish it until you become a director, I know your numbers change. Am I correct or am I incorrect on that?
Yes. Here's the thing. If you it says, I'm going to read it to you. Say I am very clear. Okay. Independent sales director who qualifies under the beauty consultant program. That would be you. Okay. So if you finish, or you're in qualification, it says you will be allowed to switch at the beginning of a calendar quarter from the beauty consultant grand achiever team maintenance to the sales director grand achiever team maintenance, because it's different. Okay. A director who switched to the sales director grand achiever unit maintenance is not eligible to switch back to the beauty consultant one. So you'll have to look at that. So let's say you earn it as a beauty consultant with just your personal team members, 18 team members. Okay. Then you become a sales director, and you're like, maybe your unit starts doing really, really awesome. I'm sure it will, Christine. And it's not just your recruits, but it's recruits. And you find that maybe your own personal, they're doing good, but with all these others, it's way more. So you might want to switch and count your whole entire unit for your maintenance. And so there's a different maintenance. In directors, ours is per quarter, and it counts everybody in your unit. And it's more than this, but you have your whole unit. So once you start qualifying as a beauty consultant, I believe you just finish as a beauty consultant. I don't know that you stop midstream on it. So I would have to.
That's right, Quita. That's right.
Who said that's right?
I did. That's the way I finished.
Okay, Maureen, take it away. Tell them what you did.
I finished director first, and then in 3 months, and then I finished my car in the 4th month.
Okay, so you were on target, so they let you finish, but with the consultant rules.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So does that answer your question, Christine?
Yeah, it does. So then after you, so like if I wind up doing it the way more, hopefully I can get it finished sooner, but if I can't, that's fine. So if you finish it after you become a director, then the next quarter, they kick you into where you can use your whole team and team. No, you stay as consultant.
You stay as a consultant until you tell them you want to switch over.
Oh.
You can switch at any time, but you can't switch back.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, that helps
Sales director, so sales director maintenance is
Mhm.
more, but you
Okay.
get to count your whole unit. So you have to make sure that you have your teams of teams, like the recruits
Yeah.
are doing enough that you'd want to switch over to that. Like you may have a superstar. Let's say you recruit Susie, and Susie has a girl that recruits, Amanda, and Amanda recruits 30 people. Well, man, I'd switch to director qual because that's going to be a lot, better for you.
Got it.
But if let's say you have 30 people in your unit and 29 are your personals, leave it exactly like it is. Okay.
Got it. Okay. So
Question.
so after you become a director and you have that, if you go on target for the next car, you have to be already in director. Obviously you have to be a director to qualify for it, but I mean, director maintenance or.
That's correct. To go for the next car, once you're in the Malibu, to go for the next car, then you have to be a sales director to earn the Equinox. Okay.
Correct.
So here's the good news though. And I don't want to get everybody confused that's sitting here, but I'm going to say this and we'll go to the next thing. They count your DIQ months, the quarter that you finish. So let's say you're in DIQ right now. And maybe you finish June 30th or whatever, the quarter that you finish, they count that quarter towards your director car, which is pretty exciting.
It banks it. Awesome.
So
Okay.
that's something that like, once you finish directorship, I will call the company and say, hey, walk me through the car thing,
Got it.
because everybody, it just have to get it straight in your head, what you're doing.
That
But
really
for
helps.
everybody else on here that's not in DIQ, how many do you have to get on target for your car? 8 people, 8. Can everybody say 8 with me? 8. Okay. How much production do you and those 8 people have to do to be finished 1 month of your car? How much? 6,000. That's right. 6,000. I don't know about y'all, but if I just remember that. And then how many people do you have to have total on your team to earn the use of a car? 18 people. Okay. So you start out with 8, and then you got to get you at least 10 more people. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Okay. So, and here's the deal right now. What do we have that we talked about last week? 8 out of the gate. So, I mean, unless there's a reason you don't want to become a sales director, if it were me, but you certainly don't have to, but let's say you're on target for your car and you got 8, you can submit DIQ May 1st, and you and those 8 or 9, and then you'll be doing production anyway. The same money for your car will start counting for your DIQ. So, I mean, like, it's really the way to go. Okay. So that's why Maureen was able to get on target before she got into DIQ, and then she finished DIQ and then finished the car. And so instead of having to take, 8 months to do all of it, she did it all in the same 4 months or +1. Okay. All right. I know this a lot, but the main thing I want you to know is 8 and 6,000. Focus on that. Once you get that, the company will say you're on target for the car. This is what you got to do. And all the stuff I just told you, they're going to tell you again. So don't worry about all that stuff. Get you 8 and 6, and then let's go from there. Does that sound good? I just can't wait to see the first person in this team that's going to be on target for their car in our boss babe call, right? So y'all got to let me know at the end of the month if you did it. If and not if, but when. All right. Okay. The last thing I want to show you, I'm going to pull up the I'm going to pull up the thing for the Shop My Party. Y'all, so easy. It's so easy. But just like anything, if you haven't, if you haven't really looked at it yet, everything's confusing until you actually look at it. Am I right? So I'm going to pull up 2 things to show you. These are on InTouch. You can pull them up yourself, and, you can take time to really read them, but I'm going to show them to you real quick. Okay. So this just started today. So you probably all got an email today about this. Okay. So there is an instruction guide that you can download on your computer and look at this. So these are some things to do. All right. So let's just start one by one. Okay. So before the party, it says, look at your schedule, work with your hostess, and you have to get a date and the time for the party. you cannot use this link unless you have the date and the time for the party. So maybe it's a virtual party and you're doing it all week long and you're just going to live. Just pick a time. Just pick a time. You have to decide when the party's going to start, and you have to decide on the date of when you're going to close out the party. It automatically closes in at least 30 days, but you got to put a date on there. Okay. Then it says how to access the Shop My Party tool. It's right there under In Touch. And you click on the Shop My Party button right there at the bottom of the page. Isn't that so exciting? So easy, right? How to create the Shop My Party link. And hang on just 1 second. I got two things happening at one time. Oh, here we go. Okay. So then when it does it, it's going to come up, and I don't know if you can see it down here. Let me see if I can get a little bit bigger. It says, well, you can't see it, but it says Shop My Party, create a party. Create a party. All right. And so when you click on that button, it has you put the party name. All right. So if it was Selah, I'd put Selah's party. Okay. And then the hostess, which would be Selah, I put her email. And then the hostess name, I put Selah. And then the hostess phone number, the date, the start date, and the end date. And I would hit create. Once I do that, it's going to come up and show this little thing where they're using this girl named Paige. That Paige's party is April 17th, and they're doing the party until Friday, the 21st, so people can order and use this link. So she's leaving it, just a week. And on the party name, it says, no, there's a 15 character limit. You can use their hostess name or party theme, like you can call it Amy's party or Amy's color party or whatever, but only 15 characters. Okay. Then there's a thing that says how to create the Shop My Party link. Keep in mind that it's active as soon as you create it. Even if the party date's on a future date, you can go ahead and get the link out and people can start ordering. All right. Please note that the party date cannot be changed once you put it down, the day and the time. You can edit the end date, but not the start date. But you can always create a new one. All right. Set the order end date for when you'd like to stop receiving orders for that party. The order end date can be up to 30 days. The Shop My Party link will automatically close on the day you selected at midnight Central Time. You can extend the order date for up to 30 days. If you'd like to extend the order date, you need to do so before it actually closes. All right. So you click create to generate the Shop My Party link or the QR code for your party. Okay. So then it comes up and you're going to have right here, it says link copied. And y'all know how you copy anything. Then you can go to anywhere you want to and you can click paste. So I'm going to show you what I did. I just did one, it's called Brad's Party. Although who could I put on here? I put Brad. And so I put Brad's name and then I created the link and then I went into my notes and I copied that link and I put Brad's Party so that I could share it if he was my hostess, okay, with everybody that with my hostess and say, hey, share this link with all your friends and family and tell them they're going to shop from this link, even if they can't come to the party. Okay. And so I just wanted to have it right there, or at any time I can go to In Touch and copy it again. All right. And then you can click it and get a QR code where they can just scan and they can just hold let's say you email them or text them. If you email it to them, they can hold it up their computer and it takes them straight to, and where does it take them? You might want to know. Let me just tell you that. It takes them straight to your app. The Mary Kay app. And guess what? If they don't have the Mary Kay app, it's going to say download the Mary Kay app. It's going to make them. And then once they do it, they can go back and they can click the thing and it'll take them straight to you. All right. They have this says connecting with your hostess. At the top, there's a place that has an envelope for an email and a phone for a phone number. So you can call them or you can email them right there from that little post. I want to say Post My Party, Shop My Party app. And then you can, when you create another party, it's going to be right there beside it. So you'll have all the ones there. Let's say you're just so awesome. You got 20 parties going at one time and I can't find Maureen's party. I can just go right here and type in Maureen's name and it'll come up. And that's so exciting. I know a lot of y'all are really dealing with that. You got like 25 parties booked and you cannot deal with how many hostesses. Right. That's how we need it to be. Okay. Let's say Paige calls and goes, I hate you. I hate Mary Kay, and I'm not going to be your hostess. I want a divorce. So then you can click the trash and you can delete the party. Okay. to access this from your mobile device, it's the same as that way. Okay, you just get on In Touch. You can go on your personal thing. You can fill it all out the same way. All right. When they click on the app, it actually at the top is pretty cool. Will say you are shopping Sarah's party. So like when I did Brad's, I clicked on it. It says you're shopping Brad's party, and so they know it's, that's for their friend's party. And if you click down here where it says consultant, it comes up with you in your beautiful picture. Isn't that cool? Okay. So and then on In Touch, it says if a guest opens Shop My Party link using her computer, she'll be able to shop on your marykay.com In Touch page. Right. And at the top, it says Sarah, like hers is Sarah's party. And they'll know they got the right page there. All right. This is pretty cool too. On In Touch. Okay. Let's say someone texts you and didn't shop through the party. They just said, hey, I need to buy a miracle set. And you're like, oh, you did not use my app. No, you say, thank you very much. And then you can go to In Touch and put in her name and all her stuff. And then instead of saying, you'll have customer delivery service, my inventory, and now there's a new link that says select the party. Which party is it from? I can go down there and find which party it was from, right? So it's not like they have to use that link, but if you want to keep up with your hostesses and everything they sell, you can use it by clicking on what party, if you've set it up right there. I think that's super cool, because another thing you can do is go through your past parties. Like you can review all the parties you've been. What I was thinking, I've been in 30 something years. What if I could click on it and review every party I'd ever done and all the people that ran it? That would be an invaluable source to me. Invaluable. Okay. So that's what all this is what I just told you. Okay. So I think that's it on that. All right. Let me show you one more. Hang on, sisters. This is a really good tip. Okay. So they have another little PDF. And it's how to maximize it, because you may think, I don't know what to say, like when I send this link. So this is right there on In Touch as well, you guys. Okay. And so it has right here, you can pull it up on your computer or on your phone. Hi, Susie. Mary Kay just launched Mary Kay Shop My Party, and I want you to be one of the first to try it. You and your guests can easily shop through this link. And when you share your link with more family and friends, you'll have chances to earn hostess rewards for your party. Let's schedule a party for you and your friends where you can earn hostess rewards directly from their purchases. So you just take your little cursor and you just copy all of that. Okay. And you send it and text it out to your people. And then it says, hey, Paige, I'm so excited to tell you about my Shop My Party. Remember all those friends who are not able to attend. Now you can share this link so they can shop easily and you get hostess rewards. And then you would put the link on there. All right. And so it says first, set up the party. Second, confirm whether they'd like to do host in person or virtual. And then coach the hostess, how to invite people, blah, blah, blah. You can read all that. But down here is pretty cool, because this is what you're going to send your hostess. She's going to copy this. You're going to say, listen, this is what I'm going to send you a sample script you could use, but feel free to use your own words. And it says, hi, Natalie, I'm so excited to host a party on April 17th. I hope you can join us to have fun and learn about some awesome Mary Kay products. Here is the Shop My Party link. And then you put, it says, and then you put the link right there. Okay. Then it says you would enter your name. Cleta will tell us all about the Mary Kay products during the party, but even if you can't attend, you can still shop from the link and support my party. So how would this do great? Okay, let's say you got a hostess and she's got 2 or 3 friends that are going to do it, but her mom, her aunt, her best friend, her sister, none of them want to come, but they're like, poor old Susie, yeah, I'll buy something. Hey, do we give a rip if they say, poor old Susie, yeah, I'll buy something? No, we do not. Because guess what? When they get it, they're going to love it. You're going to have their name and number. You're going to have all their information. You're going to reach out to them to deliver the products or ship it to them, and you're going to follow up with them. And then they're going to fall in love with Mary Kay. And even though they were resistant and only did it out of pressure to help their sister, daughter, mother, friend, cousin, guess what? They're going to have some awesome products and they're going to be so excited. Okay. How many of y'all booked a facial with your beauty consultant at a like she just bugged the mess out of you and you finally said yes. Okay. Or maybe you felt sorry for the person that kept asking you and you're like, oh my word. Yes, I'll go. Please leave me alone. Now, some of you are not that way. You're like, oh yes, I would love to go. But I'm telling you, back in the day, if you didn't know that much about Mary Kay, you don't know what you don't know. And I went, it wasn't like I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I got this appointment. I'm like, let me go and get this blessed thing over with. She'll never ask me again. And then I ended up booking a party and ended up becoming a consultant. 38 years later, I'm doing a boss babe call telling you how to do the same thing. So coach the hostess, send the reminder, remind your people to send the link out, and it's your opportunity to make your final sales. And then this last page says share with your team members. This says spread the news about the Shop My Party. So a lot of you are watching this tonight and you have team members that don't get on the calls. They don't. So you could say, listen, I don't know if you've heard about this thing. It's a great way for you to do a party by just having a hostess that shares the link with 25 friends. We're going to do a website party. My goodness, you could do that without even having the party, without even like doing a face. I wouldn't recommend it that way. I mean, I say yes and no. It's like we used to do with a book party where you give a girl 5 books and say, take orders and get back with me. And then I'll give you credit on everything you sell. I mean, y'all, it's the same exact thing. So anyway, but this is telling your team members about it, and it has a little bit of information to how to help them. So all of that is on there. So I want to show you on InTouch what it looks like with my InTouch and what I set up and how easy it really is to do it. It's like one of the easiest things, Mary. You know how sometimes things come out and you're like, oh my word, I got to log into Hootsuite, what? And you're like, digital zone, what? Okay, so let's go right here. Let me share my little screen here. Okay. So this is my InTouch right here. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. Hang on just a second, you guys. Okay. So really it's right here in the middle. Do y'all see this right here? On the slide I showed you, it kind of appeared it was down here. It's not. It's right here in the middle. Always going to be right here in the middle. Shop My Party. Okay. Right now, all the things I just told you about is right here. You can click on that. So I'm going to hit Shop My Party. So I got Brad's party right here, you guys. But let's say I want to set up another one because I'm so busy. So I'm going to put in here Selah's party. And then I'm going to put Selah at, I hate Selah to get a bunch of mess. I'm going to put a different email so Selah doesn't get a bunch of stuff. Okay, but I'm going to put her name. Selah, and I'm going to put my number so she don't. Okay, and then I'm going to say that the party is going to be, Saturday. And I'm going to end the party the following Saturday. Okay, so that's it. That's it. I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to hit create. Boom. Selah is booked in my calendar. Y'all see this? Boom. I need the link to Selah's party. I'm going to just click that and now it's copied. So if somebody was on their computer, they could just type that in. And look at this. It goes straight to my website. Selah's party. Do y'all see that? Right there. And they can just shop away, right? And so that's how that works. Okay, let me go back over here. If they want a QR code, I just click on it. It comes up. I screenshot it, and I can text that to people. I could text it to Selah, say, Selah, send this QR code to every single person you know, and tell them that if they, all they have to do is just put their camera on there on their phone, and they can get right to it. You can post it, send it a message on Facebook or whatever, or you can send the link. So you can have either one of them right there. Okay. And if I want to email Selah, I can just click on that and it shows the little link here. I can click mail, and whatever browser I'm in, it's going to pull up my mail, and right there is where I can just send her an email real quick. Okay. If I want to call her, where's she at? Let's go back to Shop My Party. Okay, if I want to call her, I'm just going to click on this little phone, and then it's going to come up right here with the phone number, and I can just hit call. Obviously, I need to be on my phone when I do that, right? Or either just type it in. my Mac will make phone calls, but I don't know about you PC people. But on your phone, when you're doing it from your phone, it'll be right there. So easy. So it'll show all the parties, all the active parties, and what is going on with them. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so if I want to know, let me see something. Let's go back here a minute. I want to show y'all something. So on Learn More, there's a really good video. I did watch it. Okay. And then there's some supporting materials. All right. So some of the FAQs on this would answer most of the questions that you would want to know. Is like, is it available to everybody? Yes. Does it cost anything to use Shop My Party? No. Where is it located? I just showed you. Are there Mary Kay Shop My Party educational resources? I just showed you that. How do I do the link? I showed you. How can I keep track of the party links? I showed you that too. Let's see if there's anything else. Can the hostess share the link? Yes, we already talked about that. I am the FAQ. You may start calling me Cleta Cheetah FAQ. Okay. Okay, to use Mary Kay Shop My Party, do I have to have a personal website? No. How about that? You do not need to have a personal website to use Shop My Party. Independent Beauty Consultant does not have a website. The Shop My Party will direct the customer to the contact page of the beauty consultant if the link is accessed through a computer. If the customer accesses the link or the QR code from a mobile device, she will be directed to Shop the Party from the Mary Kay app. And so it will just show them the name of the person, and then probably they will just have to call that person. If you ever try to get somebody that doesn't have their website active, it's like it's there, but you can't really shop from it. Okay, so here's the deal. Get your website up if you can, okay? Do I need to have a ProPay account? No, that's just if you're doing credit cards. Do I need to be active? No. Okay. Could you use that to get active? Yes. Can I use it to create and manage my own parties? Yes. So maybe I'm just doing a fall party, and then I could just have a party myself, but I just kind of want to know the sales. Let's see. Will the party automatically close? Yes, we already talked about that. How long prior to the party can I create it? Up to 30 days. Will they disappear? No, they're under closed parties. How can my hostess and her guests shop with a party link? And we've already talked about that. Will the guest checkout be available for customers who shop from the My Party link? Yes, they can use guest checkout. If your customer clicks Shop My Party link, will she be directed to shop from the Mary Kay app, and guest checkout is not available? If your customer clicks on the link or the QR code from her mobile device, she will be directed to shop from the app, and guest checkout is not available from the app. They have to register. We kind of want them to register, but we will take sales from other if they won't, right? I did have a customer just tell me, she goes, I like to use the guest checkout because I don't like to type in my address and all that stuff. I don't like to remember my password. I'm like, I got you, girl. But anyway, this was interesting. It says, if one of my customers uses the party app to shop with another beauty consultant, will she still remain my customer on the app? Okay, because it does happen occasionally. Maybe my cousin got invited to Sayla's party, and Sayla's a beauty consultant, not my hostess. Okay, and so, but she's like, oh, I buy from Cleta, but I'm at this party with my cousin, and so I'm just going to buy a lipstick because I want to help my cousin. She's the hostess. That's fine. And here's what it says. Because she's accessing the Mary Kay app through the Shop My Party link created for another consultant, she will automatically be connected with her to shop for that party, even if she's registered with another beauty consultant. However, after she completes the order, she will automatically be reconnected to her own beauty consultant. I think that's great. So let's see. Let me go see if there's any other questions that y'all might be interested in. Okay. Will I be able to see my party orders from my customers on Mary Kay InTouch? My Customers Plus? Yes, the Shop My Party tool is there, connected with my customers, which we kind of talked about that. Will I be able to see my party orders from my customers app? Yes. The answer is yes, 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 and yes. Can I share it? This is important right here. Okay. Can I share the Mary Kay Shop My Party link I've created on social media platforms? You as the beauty consultant can share your Shop My Party link on your social media platforms pursuant to the social media guidelines. On your personal social media page, you can share the party link as part of an informational post. Example, a photo of the product with a caption, I'm loving our spring collection. Learn more, put the party link. Boom. Did y'all get that? This is on your personal social media page. Learn more, put the party link. That's exciting. On your business page or closed customer page, you can include the link in a commercial saying, come shop my party to get 20% off the spring's awesome collection. Okay, that's commercial. You're offering a discount. You're telling them to come shop the party. The other is learn more. But guess what? People aren't stupid. Learn more, then click on it, then they can order from you. It's so exciting. This frees your mind. Does that not free your mind? Are y'all not glad that y'all got on and listened to the CLETA FAQs? Believe me, I might not have read to be there if I wasn't doing this Boss Babe call. So hopefully that gives you enough information to get started. So what will I do now that Sayla and Brad really are not going to be my hostesses, my host and my hostess? I'm going to go on there and delete the party. Okay, I'm going to take the little thing and delete it, delete the little trash, right? So I think it's going to be fun and easy. I think you just have to play with it. It's really not that complicated. It's less complicated than earning the use of a career car. Would y'all agree? But guess what? You need to do some parties to earn the use of a career car. So why don't we take that shop my party link? Let's find us 8 to 16 hostesses and let's recruit at least half of, let's recruit 8 of them. Let's get on target for the car this month. Y'all think that could be possible? I do. Okay, so anybody have any other comments? Yes. Could you use it for a new consultant debut? You can use it for whatever you want to use it for. If it's a gathering, you can use it. Gail?
I do have a question regarding the QR tags. Your QR tag is something that only works if you're taking a picture of it off your cell phone, correct?
Correct.
And so that means that your QR tag has to be published in a Facebook something, some type of another social media platform so you can take your phone and take a picture of it. There's no other way to activate that QR tag.
Well, you could email it to people.
Email it, yes.
A lot of people email it and then they would pull up their phone on their computer and go like that and get it. That's how I did it just now.
Okay,
So that was kind of cool. Let me show you this. Hey, Maureen, I still got you there.
So I have a question for you, Clea. Could you take a screenshot of your QR tag and then would that take you to your, on your phone? Would that take you?
Well, this is what I did. Okay, so let me just show it to you. This will be easier. Okay, so there's Brad's party link. All right. So I just saved it on my computer, and I can take my phone and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can screenshot it or not, but hang on.
Yep.
So it looks like that. And then all I have to do is hit it. So if I screenshot it, I don't really know that that's going to work because I'm just screenshotting a picture. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it has to be kind of stuff live, but I will show you that what's cool about it is when I do click on it, I want to show you what it did. It takes me, did it? Shop. I don't see where it says. It did take me straight to my app. But I am a beauty consultant, so it's kind of not working correctly. I mean, because this is me anyway. It did show that I am the beauty consultant. But, there we go. Okay, you see the top? It says you are shopping from Brad's party. You're shopping Brad's party. Brad, give me some people for crying out loud. Okay, so I just saved on my phone, like for me, I just saved the link and I saved the scan. Me personally, I'm going to send the link. Okay. But I could email that QR code, or maybe I could, let's say I'm having something, I don't know, and I have something set up, printed out with this QR code because I want to keep up with all my sales from my whatever, Mary Kay open house or something. I might have it right there and people can just do it and get in there and order. Okay. So I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to do it. On the website, let's see what she says. On the website, they have to manually reconnect back with their original consultant. The QR code, someone is tech savvy enough, they can save to their devices and hard press to get a link. So there you go. So we just have to play around with it. I don't want to get too complicated with all that. Just get
Yeah,
the link
okay.
and send it out to people. I'm not saying that to you, but all of us, we can sit here and there's a QR code right now. You can do it to take people to your website, but this just takes people to that actual party. All right. And they're all different. For every single person will have a different QR code and a different link. Okay. Depending on who the hostess is or with the name of the party. And I would say if you're doing your own party, just put your name in there and put your phone number in there. Okay. Let me check my email to see if I got anything from that. I don't, because that's a good question. Let me look right here.
May I ask you one more question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you've got a consultant that's not active and she wants to use this party program to create her own activity, you don't even have to be active to engage it. You can just start putting it out there with people. So it's a way to build an active status for someone that's not active.
Absolutely. She can get enough orders and then she can place that order. She could not use customer delivery service for any of them, right? Because she's not active, but she definitely could take orders and then she would go back, place one big order and then distribute the products through delivery instead of customer delivery.
Gotcha. So, okay.
Can I ask a question about
Sure,
that?
thank you.
So if they're not active in the past, so correct me if this has changed, but I know as far as our websites are concerned, if someone goes inactive, their website would go inactive. No one could place orders on it if they were inactive until they got active again.
They can order on it, but they can't use customer delivery service.
So a customer
get
can
an
place
email
an
that they
order?
had an order, but Mary Kay's can't send it out for them. They can't do guest checkout, none of that stuff, right? Because you have to be active and have ProPay to do guest checkout or customer delivery service.
Right. So on the app, can people place an order, pay for the order if they're not active?
They can't pay for it. They could, I don't know if they can put their, yeah, they can put their credit card number in. I guess they can. I don't really know answer that question. I am FAQ and let me look back. One moment, please.
No, the reason I'm asking is because
Yeah.
I had a consultant many years ago who went inactive for the very first time ever. And then she had somebody like on the 2nd of the month go to place an order on her website and the order wouldn't go through for her. And so she called me and she's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, well, you're not active. I guess that's why. Because in the past, Mary Kay protected us, as consultants. They would protect us by freezing our websites when we went inactive, because otherwise, if you're not inactive, you wouldn't get your discount, right? So they wouldn't allow orders on the website.
Well,
so that's what I wondered if they changed it.
You can order. It will go to the consultant and say you have a personal website order, but that consultant has to fill it by her own inventory if you're not active, because you cannot, Mary Kay is not going to fill any orders of people that aren't active.
Right. That's
but
what I
they will get an email that says you have a personal website order.
Okay.
And you're going to have to do something with it. Because like I've done that for brand new consultants. I send them to the website and say, tell them do that. And then we get all those website orders together and we place one big order and then we go deliver it when it comes in.
Okay.
So let me just glance one more little quick thing here.
Thank you.
And some of it, you may just have to get on there and try. You know what I mean? You do not have to be active. Let's see what else. You do not have to have a website. It'll just tell them to call the consultant, I guess, if they don't have a website. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading and answering the question at the same time. All right, I don't see that exact question. So I would say you could just, what I would do is get someone who is inactive and have her set up a fake party. Go to the link and try to place an order and say, look at your email. Did you get an email that said you have an order? Yes, you did. So now you know it works. So that's really the best way to find out. It's not going to hurt anything. And if it comes up and says, your consultant is not active, I mean, I just don't think it's going to do that, but just try it and come back, report back next week and let me know. Right? Okay. Does the QR code and the link come up if Brad does another party? Yeah, it'd be a second one. It'd be a different one. Every time you hit create a party, it's a new code. That's a good question. Let me see if there's any other questions. I don't think so. Okay. So car, and shop my party. And get off this phone right now and go do your PCP. If you don't do it, don't come back to another call. I'm not kidding you. You better go do it. Okay. And don't forget about seminar on Friday. All right. All right. Love you guys. And we will see y'all next week.